welcome to episode 20, Getting Your Mom Mindset Right. My name is Sharon, and I am a busy mom that is so glad that you are here. So we've all been there, the dreaded mommy meltdown. It happens, and it's not the best, but there are things that we can do as busy moms to prevent these things from happening. And today is going to be all about 5 strategies that I use and swear by to avoid the dreaded mommy meltdown and to get your mindset right. I'm going to be just giving you a brief overview of the 5 different strategies, and then we'll be diving deeper into them in the podcast episode that matches this week's episode, so be sure to check that out. So the first strategy that I use to prevent the mommy meltdown is using mantras. Now stay with me. Again, I know it sounds a little hokey, and it's not the mantras that you're saying and or writing are things that really you just want to be true and that you want to remind yourself of. It's getting that idea into your head or on paper so that you can start to embody those ideas. One of my mantras, the first one that I write down every single morning in my map book, is I have the power to change my family's future. Think about that for a minute. I have the power to change my family's future. The purpose of that mantra for me is to empower me. It's to kind of light that fire in my belly that goes like, ooh, yeah, it is, and get me excited and inspire me and motivate me. That is the purpose of my mantra. And when I say that to myself every morning, it starts the day with just this positive outlook of like, heck yeah, I'm going to conquer things today. Mom is going to get some stuff done. So that is kind of my idea behind mantras. I do 3 a day. And again, I actually write my mantras. I don't speak them. I know some people believe in speaking them, but I write them meaningfully, if that makes sense. So I write them in my map book, the same 3 every day, more or less. And I think about them, think about what that means for the day as I write them, and it honestly takes me less than a minute to do. And I've had a lot of clients that struggle with speaking the mantras out loud. They feel silly, whatever. They don't want to do that in the mirror. That's fine. You don't have to. But writing it can be an awesome strategy as well to help you embody that idea. The second strategy that I want to share with you today about changing your mommy mindset is the new Anthem. And I talked about this in the overthinking episode a few episodes back. You should definitely check that out. I talked about John Acuff's book, Soundtracks, and he introduced this idea of the new Anthem, which is basically a script that you do read to yourself. This one you do have to read out loud in the mirror, and the purpose of it is to kind of, again, embody that who you want to be, the ideal version of yourself. And reading that to yourself and looking in the mirror and connecting with yourself, reminding yourself of your purpose can be so, so powerful. In the podcast this week, I will be sharing with you my new anthem that I've written, that I customized for myself. There is one in the Soundtracks book that John Acuff provides, but mine is a little more customized for myself. So if you'd like some inspiration, be sure to check that out. The third strategy for getting your mindset right as a busy mom is to use guided meditations. Again, I've never been big on meditation before. I'm in a life coach training program right now where meditation is required. So I am slowly turning the corner and slowly starting to practice it more and more. I'm getting better at it, but it is definitely something that takes a lot of time, and time is not something we have a lot of. So I would like to invite you to check out the website. It's insighttimer.com, and I'll link it below. There are free guided meditations and you can pick the length for how long you want to do it for. It's just like a calming, like yoga voice, and they give you a guided meditation. They talk you through like envisioning your day or whatever topic you pick. And it really is just such an awesome way to start the day. So if you're not big into the idea of meditation, guided meditation is a great stepping stone to getting there, and I highly recommend it. The fourth practice that I would encourage for getting your mindset right is the idea of gratitude. And I know every personal growth guru that you read about or hear from is always talking about gratitude, and honestly, it's because it works. So if you are not doing something to practice your gratitude, you are missing out on something that can change your mindset tremendously. There's a statistic that practicing your gratitude can increase your happiness by 20%. 20%, just practicing your gratitude. I do this every day in my map book. I write down 5 very specific things that I'm grateful for in the last 24 hours. And again, it's all organized in one place. It takes me less than a minute to do. And I notice when I do it consistently that I recognize things in my environment more readily as things that I appreciate. And I think, oh, I'm going to write that tomorrow. Or that sunset, I'm going to write about that tomorrow. Or that friend's advice, I'm going to write about that tomorrow. So noticing those things, recognizing and appreciating them. And then finally, the last strategy for getting your mom mindset right is being proactive rather than reactive. I should probably get a t-shirt for the amount of times that I talk about this. The map book strategy that I share as an organizational system for busy moms really leans into this idea of being proactive rather than reactive. So if you notice that your mindset is getting hard to balance at certain times, it may be because you're being reactive to your environment instead of being proactive. So using a map book or a system to organize yourself can help you just feel more in control. It can help you kind of sense what's coming up and get ready for those things instead of frantically trying to catch up when those things happen that maybe you knew were going to happen. So if you want more information about the map book, you can check out the link below. I talk more there about how you can set up your notebook in 5 days with 10 minutes per day, and it will be all set up and ready to roll for you. So definitely check that out if you are interested in working on being more proactive. So again, on the podcast this week, I'm going to be sharing more strategy, or these same strategies, but more details about these strategies if you are interested. And then I'm also going to share with you my process for creating mantras that actually work for me and don't feel hokey. So if you are a bit skeptical, but you're feeling open-minded about this, definitely check out the podcast for more information on that. In episode 21, next week's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you how to priority plan when you're feeling overwhelmed. So going from that reactive state to the more proactive state. Again, I could talk about this all day. It's one of my favorite things to share with busy moms. So be sure to check out episode 21 from the Queen of Overwhelmed herself. This has been a game changer for me. And as always, I really encourage you to sign up for my mailing list. I send out an email once a week with super action step-filled, bite-sized personal growth for busy moms. And you will have an action step that takes less than 2 minutes to complete each week. You don't have to do it, but it's just something if you want to move the meter on your own personal growth journey to check out. And if you would like to connect in between episodes, you can find me on Instagram at Sharon Legier Coaching or on my website, SharonLegierCoaching.com. On my website, you'll find all the services I offer and some more information about me. That being said, I hope some of these strategies help you get your mom mindset right. And I can't wait to see you next time. Have a great day, Mama.